All right, POLSCI005, this is your study guide for the upcoming midterm. What will happen is I give you 8 essay questions to study, and I'll pick 6 of them for the test. Study all 6 of them, you know all 6, and or study all 8 of them, and the 6 I pick, it'll be any of these at random. Um, I'll pick, and then you just answer them. And really, the computer's going to pick. So study them all because you don't know which one you're going to get. All right. So I talked about these in the other videos. What is the best form of government according to Plato's writings in the Republic? So what I need you to do here is tell me, what does Plato say about government? What is the worst form of government to the best form of government? And then explain about each. Why is democracy bad? Why is the philosopher king good? And describe the philosopher king and talk about that. So you need to go in and really explain, because I think there's 5 governments or 4 governments that Plato talks about. You need to talk about those 4 things and then explain them to me, okay? So when you're doing an essay question, the question I get from a lot of students is, how long does it have to be? Does it need to be 5 sentences? I want you to fully answer the question. So be sure to answer these questions fully to the best of your knowledge. So the more you study, the more input. Think of me as a student, and you're trying to explain this to me. If you can do that, then you'll probably score pretty well. So please be sure to look at what Plato says about these different forms of government, and talk about them. So that number 2, according to Machiavelli, what are the characteristics of the prince? I think there are like 4 or 5 characteristics that Machiavelli talks about, and then again, you need to explain these to me. Love or hate it again. Should they? Which one is it? Cruel. Talk about cruelty and how cruelty is, and then probably give me some examples of each characteristic to help me understand. The better job you do of explaining it to me, the better score you're going to get. What are Aristotle's views on equality? Give examples in today's society. So that's one of the things I wanted you to focus on when we were looking at society, at the politics, and what Plato says about society. He talks about slavery. He talks about women's rights. So talk about those things and explain, what does Aristotle talk about with equality for women, slaves, society as a whole. So bring up those ideas and then explain those to me. What would you do with ultimate power according to Socrates and Aristotle? So this kind of goes back to the Ring of Gyges. What would you do with that ultimate power of invisibility? So would you do bad with it? Would you do good? What is good and bad? Maybe you might need to explain those to me. So when you talk about ultimate power, what you might think is good, the society deem that as good. So you got to question that morality there. So this is not a question that there's a right answer to. It's how you argue it. So if you just put, well, I think I would go give to the rich, steal from the rich and give to the poor. All right. Well, explain that concept to me. Tell me about it. Why is that good? Why is that bad? So I need explanation and in-depth analysis of, like, from Socrates and Aristotle's point of view, how ultimate power is and how you would deal with it. And you should take into account their ideas of morality as well. Apply Machiavelli principles to today's political scene in the U.S. So, again, this is like an opinion, so it's how you argue it. So if you want to say Trump is Machiavellian because he lies, cheats, and steals, so, okay, prove it to me. So the better you can to back up what you're saying, the better you're going to do. So apply what Machiavelli talks about: cruelty, love, hated, the type of armies. Talk about those things and then explain them to me. What are the different types of armies according to Machiavelli? Which is more trustworthy and which is less, and why? So which type of army is there? So example, mercenaries. So talk about mercenaries. Is mercenaries good or bad? Explain why they would be good or bad, and then maybe give me an example so that it shows that you understand the question. Okay? So when you read The Prince, be sure to look at the armies and what does he talk about. Okay? I have it again, so I'll just take that off, and we'll go to number 8. What are the tests of metal from the Republic? Give me a detailed explanation of each metal. So when Socrates talks about metals like bronze, silver, gold, what does he mean by that? What is he saying about those metals? And then what's the metaphor that he's using those for? And then explain them to me and give me some examples of what he means by those metals. When you do that, then you'll be good. So instead of 8 essay questions, there'll be 6 for you to study, or 7 for you to study. So study those 7 and you should be good to go. All right. Thank you guys. Good luck on the test, and we'll talk to you later. Oh, and if you have any questions, please come to my office hours. I will be there Tuesday, Thursday from 10 to 12:30 in Zoom. All right? All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.